Good risings, dear family. Wagwan, hola, konnichiwa, and shalom to every melanated man, woman, and child on this planet, BKA, all things which harbor the power of the universal soul, spirit of life, and/or which bear the mark of the universal spirit's visible soul skin. I am just a man with the conviction, treading wisely. What is my conviction? Why wisely? My one firmly held belief and/or one firmly held opinion is that God will have his world, God will have his people moving Godspeed forever. Soul speed, one belief, one foundation. And wisely, because I have the knowledge of the soul's truth, experience in the spirit's ways, as well as the good and balanced judgment of them both. And now I desire to place the foundation of my knowledge within the ethos of this world for the proper manifestation of the principles of my conviction by any moral means necessary, using what could be known as Christ logic or hyper logic or balanced logic. Check these words out. I'm gonna make everything make sense to you no matter what. So your character is my number one enemy, and it will always be, no matter what. So I'm going to do my little apocalypse line, and then I'm going to get into the meat and potatoes of this here video as well. So what's my apocalypse line? I remixed the apocalypse line from the movie X-Men, so I can make this be some kind of more sweet on the tongue, but no matter how you look around it, no matter where you go, it's going to be bitter in the belly. It's going to be bitter in that belly. What do I mean by sweet on the tongue and bitter in that belly? Well, sweet on the tongue because the first part of this is going to be a whole lot of talking and revelations and realizing and healing. And there's going to be nations of people being healed at one time. Like there's going to be nations of people. There are going to be scores and I'm talking billions of people being healed from certain things that had a death mark on their bodies. Like there's a lot of people who have went through that so-called vaccine, right? It's supposed to be a sensitive topic speaking on that vaccine. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, when this truth fully surfaces and everybody on the planet realizes how they are, where they came from and why they're really here, we're gonna end up curing everything. Any ailment that we may have, or any ailments or any illnesses at all. There's just gonna be cures everywhere. Y'all see, man. Just wait until we have control of our own lives, not over others. We never ruled anyone or anything. We just had control of our own lives. And how does that look in reality? Many different names, one method of operation, many different ways to describe something. It only does one thing though: live with nature. That's what we did. We just live good lives with nature. When you study our history and you see everything that we truly are, or you learn more about us, what they're trying to hide from us. Of course, they're going to try to hide it from us, because here's the reality. Our first standard is what the enemy is against. You'll know what that means later. I'm going to tell you. Moving forward, though, my apocalypse line, I'm working on it. It's not going to be as good as I want it to be right now. But I believe I said it like this about a couple of years ago, when I first started coming up with this idea to slaughter every character on this planet. This video is going to be called Global Character Slaughter Part 1 of Infinity. Yeah, this is the first time. This is the first video of a global character. This is the first global character slaughter video that I'm starting on. But at any rate, my apocalypse line. Everything about your behavior will fall. And from the ashes of your character, I'll rebuild a better one. That's my apocalypse line. I'm going to try it again. I'm just going to say it out loud. I'm just going to say a whole bunch of stuff out loud regardless. We're not going to rule or conquer anything. We're just going to live good lives with nature. That's all. Moving forward, though. Everything built of your behavior will fall, and from the ashes of your character, I'll rebuild a better one, or will rebuild a better one, because it's our character that we're focusing on here. It's our character we're focusing on. So, Global Character Slaughter, Part 1 of Infinity. What's a character? Literally, I said in a previous video, a character is the mental or moral qualities. Why do I say or when the definition obviously says and? Because the connections. Remember, an ajna, or another name for the pituitary gland, or the pineal gland, or the third eye chakra, or the third eye nature organ. Another name for it is an ajna. Many different names, one method of operation. Your authority to command or perceive. Now, when you look at the absolute definition of the word moral and you summarize it, what it really is, when you really summarize the word moral, it's your inner foundation of perception. It's your inner foundation of perception of what's negative and or positive in the actions of anything, within the actions of anything. That's the best way you can summarize the word morals. It's the foundation of your perception towards within of the negative. I'm saying too many ofs. I don't want to say too many ofs to label and describe it. Many different names, one method of operation though. But your morals are the foundation of perception. Your foundation of perception of, I'm just going to say of again, of the negative and or positive aspects, attributes, and or actions of anything. Anything. Your moral lens gives you the ability to see all that. It's the foundation of your authority and or your ability to command or perceive. Now watch this. The definition of the word character. Now the literal definition is the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. You see? The mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. The mental and moral qualities. I said or because of how it connects with the Osnes definition. That's why I said or. So it'd be mental or moral qualities distinctive to an individual. But the real definition is mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. I just want y'all to know that I know that. But there's a reason why I said or, because of how it connects with the ajna. The mental or moral qualities distinctive to an individual, and the ajna defines as your authority to command or perceive. Now remember, the foundation of moral, another way to summarize the definition of the word moral, a good way to summarize it is the foundation of perception, of a foundation for the perception of, oh, there we go, right there. I can say it like that. A foundation for the perception of the negative and or positive aspects within anything. Meaning anything as far as character, meaning anything as far as behavior, meaning anything as far as history, meaning anything as far as actions, meaning anything as far as what this thing does. This is what your moral lens could be used for. It's a foundation for the perception. It's a foundation for your perception. What's the foundation of your perception? What's the foundation for your perception? Remember, this is a character slaughter video. Everything I post from here on out is going to be strictly character slaughter. You said you wanted to see my villain side, right? Well, let me give him some time to rise up then. Because let's not forget, ideologies like this can get you killed immediately. Because the enemy only wants one standard to be in this world, its own. The wise are not allowed in this city, right? Even though it tells us that we can be wise in this city, right? That's how it operates. It tells you you can do something, but then stops you from doing it while telling you can't do it, but then telling you can. The overwhelming amounts of confusion. How can y'all continue to live with this moving forward? I'm going to keep on slaughtering every character on this planet. Just posting videos to do it. It's all non-physical. So let's summarize how I'm going to slaughter every character on this planet. I am going to rip your inner foundational standings from beneath its non-physical feet and replace it with a good one. Elaboration. I am going to replace your love. I'm going to replace your hate and evil inner foundational standings with a love and goodness foundational standing. That's all I'm going to do. That's it. Because right now, you are forced through what I like to call the SSIE, or stupid stricken indoctrination entrenchment. You were hit by that. Everybody on the planet was. Everybody alive was. And is currently global child manumission. Every single person, including our children, are being stricken by this thing. When our children watch that doggone TV, oh man, I've been looking forward. I've been looking forward to talking about this one right here. I really want to give my brother his credit, man, because he thought of this one. He thought of this one. My brother of mine that I work with. Slowly but surely, I'll reveal who he is so he can get the credit of what he said here. But I just wanted to post it online so more people can hear it said out loud. Or possibly nobody watches my channel, I know. I'm still going to just post it on the internet. I see what it's doing, because let's not forget, no matter what I say or when I say it, something is listening to me. It can be thousands of spies, thousands of government agencies, no matter what. I am still onslaughting your character. All you got to do is hear my words, hear what I got to say to you, and I am massacring your character every second you're around me. Your character is the reason why we are all suffering. Moving forward, what my brother said. Remember, all the cartoons and whatnot that we let our children watch, all the commercials and all of that, that box is giving our children a inner foundation to stand on, just like it did all of us. That box gave us all an inner foundation. They all did. It gave us our inner foundations to stand on. They all did. Watch this. My brother said these words right here. Have you ever noticed how a child cannot read or write, right? But then when you take them to the grocery store, it can see Skittles and be like, oh, mommy or daddy, I want some Skittles, or mom or dad, right? Give me some Skittles, mom or dad, pops or mom, ma or pops, right? Skittles, the colors of the Skittles. Our TV, the programs that our children are watching, is teaching them how to read certain things. Your child can barely even pick up a book and read, yet when you take it into a grocery store and it sees Skittles, it loses its mind because it knows exactly what it is. Why? Because there is a foundation being programmed into the bottom, being programmed into your children, into our children right now as we speak. Every time you let that child watch a program, every time you send that child to one of their demonic schools, burn it down, all of it. Every time you send your child to see anything that came from the ethos of this world, you are giving it a false foundation. You are giving him or her a false foundation to understand on. You are giving him or her a false foundation to understand on, an incorrect foundation to understand on. And you know something? All of you have been receiving incorrect inner foundations to stand on your entire lives. And due to your incorrect inner foundations that you stand on, you make my life a living hell. So I'm payback for this. Oh yeah, I want to answer this question out loud. Who hurt you? All of you did. And all of you do every day. And you don't even realize you're doing it. So what is going to be done about this, huh? I'll think of something. Maybe talk about what could be done about it. Maybe. Your characters are the dictators of your choices. Your character is the dictator of who you wish to behave as. Your character is your ajna, in a sense. And remember the 4 Exodus keywords: morals, principles, standards, character, all into that one character. And your ajna is the power of you. It is the dictator of your character. It is. So what is that character of yours? What is the principles of that character of yours? From what my understanding sees, it is hatred and evil. Let's talk about the first standard for a moment. The first standard. What do I mean by the first standard? Who said it? Who set the first standard? Something really good did. Someone or something, an energy, a power that is good all the time, set the first standard for humanity to stand on. And due to evil not having anything to stand on, it has been attacking that standard since the dawn and or the beginning of its placement into the world. Or should I say the planet? I'm not buying that we came from Mars. You can believe all you want. I just keep the story as simple as possible so I can figure out what to tell the people. Here's the thing. I don't know everything, but I know enough. I know enough of what I can say to the people to get them to free themselves. Finally, recognize how evil the body of the demons are. Recognize how evil the demon's body is. Recognize how you do not desire to have its inner foundations to stand on. You don't want that. You don't want it. Reject. Push away. It's going to keep forcing its way in because that's the only thing it has to live for is the destruction of your lives. It's like a gnat, you know what I'm saying? It just wants to get in and just screw everything up. Like a cockroach or a bug, an insect or a leech, you know? So much I'm just going to keep buried for right now. I'm going to just keep a lot buried for right now. I know how dangerous it is. I know how dangerous it is to go this full force. I know how dangerous it'd be to go for this to go really, really, really strong forward or strong ahead or aggressively ahead with knowledge like this. There's got to be a word to label and describe someone ambition. I know how dangerous it is to be ambitious with a mind like this. This is why the process of treading wisely is so important for me. Yeah, I have literal ambitious goals. I have a literal ambitious mission here. It's not about ruling anyone or ruling anything. You know, I see you all as God. So when you speak, I listen to you. No, it's not about it being sensitive or me taking anything the wrong way. It's just hurry up and get it. Stop playing. Moving forward. You should have been free eons ago. But no, you want to keep on buying into all the stuff they selling to your bottom foundation or your bottom line, your inner bottom line. So yeah, I'm going to do or say whatever I can to rip your inner bottom line from underneath its non-physical feet in order to replace it with love and goodness. Since what's there now is hatred and evil. Yeah, your non-physical bottom line is nothing but hatred and evil. That's your character though. That's what a character is. Many different names, one method of operation, describing what the thing is and or does. Your character represents your non-physical bottom line. I'm going to tear that from beneath its feet and replace it with love and goodness by any moral means necessary, using what can be known as Christ logic or hyper logic or balanced logic. That is my goal. That is my plan. That is my mission. It's what I live for. At least it's the non-physical part, proving God's innocence. Project 1. That's all I'm doing for Project 1. Is replacing your non-physical bottom line with love and goodness versus the evil and hatred that's already there, or hatred and evil. What's the opposite of love? Hatred. What's the opposite of good? Evil. This should all be excruciatingly, but that's the problem. How did Ultron say it in that movie? You're all unbearably naive. You really are. Not your fault. Never was your fault. It can't be your fault. Have you any idea how innocent you actually are in all of this? So how about you all recognize who's causing the problems and stop them from causing it, right? Our world could be so much better. There could be no homeless people right now. No one sick. No more diseases. Nobody alone. Nobody single for 23 years. None of that. But instead, what you all say? Oh, no. No. Keep suffering. Keep suffering. Keep suffering. Go through it, you know? And then you overwhelmingly want to convince someone that this is the right thing to do, to keep freaking suffering, you know? You trick yourselves and you trick everybody alive with this. Yeah, every last one of you make me sick to my stomach. I despise your literal guts. All because of what you choose to be. So, what is going to be done about it? Because you can just sit here and be upset or furious with the way the choices through the people, the choices that the people are making. You can sit here and be mad all you want, but ain't nothing going to change unless someone decides to change. How are you going to do that if you don't even know what to change or why you even should? Or are you even aware that you need to change? You know, the enemy says things like, I've lost the will to change. Everything comes from the enemy. Everything comes from the body of the enemy. No wonder why y'all don't care about y'all character and behavior. You know, in order to care, you know what care does? It makes you responsible. You know what being responsible does? It makes you accountable. You have to be aware in order to be accountable. Connect the dots. Wake up already, man. Just, you know what? Patience is not a virtue, though. So, I am not going to be shutting up at all. I am going to keep on attacking your characters for the rest of my natural life until you give me my better world and give me my family back. Period. That's all I'm going to say for this video, though. This video will be titled Global Character Slaughter, Part 1 of Infinity. Or it can just be called the Global Character Onslaught, Part 1 of Infinity. Or the starting point for a global character assassination. Oh yeah, not gonna stop. I don't have to conquer you. I don't have to rule you. I don't have to do any of that with this kind of message here. I'm just gonna fix you so I can live around you. Finally, that's all. You're gonna give me my family back. That's all I'm gonna do. Here's the reality. Once you know better, you do better. What is a character? Character is the mental and moral qualities. Or since I like to put or right there where that and is, due to how it connects with the ajna. Either way it goes, you can say and or it'll still connect, because here's the reality. One method of operation, many different names. So, mental and moral qualities distinct to an individual. Pretty much everything I post from here on out is going to be strictly based on this topic right here, character slaughter. Everything. From here on out. Because that's the only enemy I have in this world is your character. That's it. Once that changes and you all come to one foundation or one good idea to stand on, what is a principle, by the way, before I close this video out? A principle is the fundamental truth or proposition that serves as a foundation for a system of belief or behavior or for a chain of reasoning. So what if your fundamental truth or proposition that serves you as your system of beliefs, or for your system of beliefs, would be nothing but love and goodness? You know what I'd be able to give you? Peace and respect. Because I've let go and let God a long time ago. So that means that me personally, I am only going to stand on goodness or love and goodness, love and goodness, love and character, good behavior, love and character, good behavior, love and character, good behavior. And I'm going to defend that. And I do not desire to let anything snatch that platform from beneath my non-physical feet. I will not allow that anymore. No, because I'm not about to hate myself. I'm not. So I'm going to let my fundamental truth or proposition of love and goodness serve me and my behavior, serve as my chain of reasoning, and or serve as my system of beliefs. Love and goodness does. Love and goodness is the fundamental truth or proposition that serves as my foundation for my system of beliefs. Love and truth, or love and goodness. Love, truth, goodness, peace, love, unity, and advancement, peace, respect, balance, and progression, peace, respect, love, and goodness. Why do I say peace, respect, love, and goodness? Because respect is stronger than love, and love is stronger than good, and good is just better than evil. So when you remove the evil from the equation completely, and just let love and just let good be there, along with the love and the respect for them, for those both, your most high peace, that'll be what you live in. This is going to make sense to you eventually, man. Yeah. But my whole thing for the character slaughter is to remove the hate, or to remove the hate and the evil from your foundational inner standing, from which your inner foundations are standing on. Oh yeah, let me cap off real quick on this little topic right here. The first standard. Who set the first standard? The true God did. The original God set the first standard. The original God for set the first standard, and it was going to be specifically designed for peace, respect, love, and goodness, or peace, respect, balance of aggression, and or peace, love, unity, and advancement. What's good, beautiful, normal, and natural. Purity and balance. Period. So, seeing as how the true enemy has nothing to stand on, it only attacks just that, meaning everything that it creates or does or stands for. Creates, does, or stands for, period. This enemy will take every little snippet of that and use it against us. We didn't set the standard. We didn't set the original standard. We didn't. But that's what the enemy is attacking, because that's what it is after. That's its enemy. That's what it sees as an enemy. I see your characters as my personal enemy, because your characters, they stand on hate and evil because the enemy wanted them to. So rip them away and replace them with something better. One belief, one foundation, love and goodness. So I can have my peace around it and do nothing but respect it. And when that demon comes to try to force its ways back in again, like it always does, stop it from doing so, since we're all going to be strong enough, together enough, and aware enough to stop it. Because here's the ultimate reality. In order to slaughter your character properly, I have to bring you full awareness in as many details of what's going on in this world, so you can know why exactly I need to do this. Time to close. It ain't about a competition with me. It's about the awareness and the knowledge of what needs to be stopped. Yo, evil ass characters. I didn't mean to use profanity. I'm starting to break a little bit because ain't nothing moving as fast as I need it to move. I want this to end like tomorrow. Do you get that? I want this to end immediately. I want us to end this fast. It ain't about a competition with me. It's about the awareness and knowledge of what needs to be stopped. Once you know better, you do better. I don't desire to be your king or your leader. I only desire to do or say or put something or place something out here that's going to defend and protect you. Therefore, love your neighbor as you love yourself, because that is what your birthright is to do anyways. It is your destiny to understand on love and goodness. It is your destiny to understand on love and goodness, not hatred and evil. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Defend your neighbor as you defend yourself. Be lifted in the spirit and walk good forever. Peace, love, unity, and advancement to you all, my family.